every week. The Prime Minister, Cam Stewart, joins me as we get ready for this week's PGA Tour event. We have completed the regular season. We are on to the FedEx Cup Playoffs. The top 70 will play this week in Memphis at the St. Jude Championship. Top 50 next week at the BMW in Denver this year, I believe. And then the Tour Championship for the top 30, as always, at East Lake in Atlanta. Cam, it is good to see you, as always, my man. And I think we have to start here because we've had, as the regular season comes to a close, we've had a hell of a year on Golf Wednesdays here on C2C. Between me, you, Keith Stewart, all the outright hits that we have had, the top 10s, the 20s, the first round leaders. It's been really a tremendous year, and it concluded for you and Keith in a big way. That was a wild Sunday with Aaron Rye winning at the Wyndham. They played 36 holes on Sunday, and Aaron Rye making that birdie on 36th one to get himself finally. And you know what, Cam? He was knocking on the door a lot this year. That was a nice job by you.
Yeah. No, thank you, Carver. I appreciate that. People don't know. They're like, oh, Grayserman gagged. The guy's a kid, and, he made a couple mistakes. Rye burned the hole on, every birdie putt, 1/8 of an inch every time. It's not like, you know what? He was great. He was absolutely fantastic. You know what, Carver? It's nice when Gambler helps us, when I text you in church when we hit a winner, when we come back from 4 down to win. Hey, we get screwed a lot in this sport, so it's nice to get one when actually the bounces go our way. This week is amazing. We got a lot of guys fighting for a lot of stuff, Carver. Let's finish strong. I got more money in the bank right now, and I'm going to throw it on everything. LIV golf, this golf, whatever. Even the Czech Masters I might go nuts in. But let's do this thing, Carver. Interesting tournament. I like a couple guys who are chalk, but I think we could still find some value down the board.
We certainly can here, Cam, as we head ourselves to the St. Jude Championship. Let's start with the chalk, as we always do, and we have not seen Scottie Scheffler since he won his gold medal a couple of weeks ago, and he is back in the mix here with us, and he is the heavy favorite. Now at actually 400. I've seen some threes for Scheffler's Cam, so to see him at 4 now. Xander at 8. Rory has creeped back to 10. He was in single digits. Morikawa, Aubert, Fleetwood, Hideki, and Patrick Cantlay, who lost in a playoff last year at this event to Lucas Glover, of all people. So Cantlay has played well here in the past as well. Give me your thoughts there, Cam, on the top of the board with the chalk.
I'm going to avoid these guys because other than Scheffler, going wire to wire, we can get that number, and we've seen him before. We're not going to get an 11-1 when he's a few shots back, but I still think we can get over 3. You're right, Carver. I see 320s and 350s on most books. Here's the deal. Rory, I want no part of. Xander Schauffele is a top 5, top 10 machine. He will be played. Morikawa, for me, this guy can win this tournament, but he's fallen short so many times. More of a top 10. You can also put top 5 for more money, but out of the chalk, and I'll tell you something, I love Patrick Cantlay this week, and we don't say that very much on the show. He has won for us in the past, but this is a course that he loves, and I think he'll do very, very well this week. He is dangerous, and I like his number.
I do as well, Cam. Let's get right into it now, of course, for me and you this week. And I'm going to keep you, I think, for a little extra time today for that little 6-minute segment after this because I'm going to get your live plays as well. So we don't have to speed through it like we usually do. Let me start with my outrights here. And I know you mentioned Cantlay and the top of that chalkboard. I am going to go to Cantlay for a couple of reasons. I think that he's played well, Cam, especially since the U.S. Open. I know we haven't seen a lot of him, but between here and over when they were in Scotland, I'm going to take Cantlay at 25-1. He likes the track, and I think he's got to be getting sick, Cam, of watching his boy win everything, Xander Schauffele. And I think Cantlay, who's been good in these FedEx Cup playoffs in the past, is going to step up. Next, Justin Thomas. He has won at this course in the past. He did not get to play in the FedEx Cup playoffs last year. I think he's going to come back with a little bit of a vengeance, 45-1 for him. And remember, Louisville, Kentucky guy, Memphis, close, knows the place very well, good course. Tom Kim, sitting in the low 40s, wants to get himself further up the board, Cam, into the top 30, make sure that he's at least East Lake, and he's been very good, 45-1. Sahith Theegala played well here the last 2 years, 55-1. And the bomb for me, Sepp Straka, another guy who's played very well at TPC Southwind.
You're telling me. Did he lose? He's lost in a playoff before. He's been there almost a few times. So I love Sepp Straka. You're reading each other's mail again, Carver. Let's go to my outrights. I got a couple guys chalk, but I got less guys this week, and now I had to see what you did, and I will sprinkle on your guys because it's a team effort here at SportsGrid with the golfers. We got Aberg. This is the thing. I think a little bit disappointing letting tournaments slip away. This is a perfect type of track for him. You have to keep it in play. 20-1. Patrick Cantlay, 22-1. We're on him. Billy Horschel is one of the hottest players in the world. I know he's a hot, popular pick this week. I don't care. He's in great form. And Sepp Straka, I found a 66. I put it in at 60. I'm with you on Sepp Straka.
Let's finish it off. We gave you the outrights, and we'll go with everything else now here. Here's who I got. Top 5, Rory. Here's one thing about Rory. He's another guy. FedEx Cup Playoffs. He always plays really well and finds himself near the top of the board. Top 5 at plus 210. Sungjae Im at top 10 at plus 300. Been playing some really good golf. There's Seppi again. I'm backing it up, Cam, with the top 10 at plus 450 for him. Now, 3 guys who are right on the bubble for 50 next week. So remember, that's top 70 this week. It's top 50 next week for the BMW. Eric Cole, he's like 53rd, 54th, plus 270 for a top 20. Ben Griffin, a top 20 at plus 280. And Justin Rose, also kind of hanging right around that number, Cam, and needs to play well. Plus 320 for a top 20 for him. Those are 3 guys that I'm going to look to try to push themselves further up the board.
I got to double check my sports book. I got Cole at plus 190 for a top 20. That must have been a misprint, Carver. I hope I didn't call you after a glass of wine. Anyway, what's the deal here? Top 5s. Let's go. Scheffler, I don't care. This guy can win. I just want a top 5. I don't even mind laying 15 cents. We do it in baseball, hockey, any other sport. It's basically a pick 'em. I have to have something with this guy. Schauffele, plus 135. That's good enough for me. This guy is one of the hottest players in the world right now. A lot of guys in the know. Brady likes him, and I respect Brady's knowledge a lot. I think Stu Dog likes him too. Colin Morikawa, a lot of guys think he can win this week. I will just take a top 10 at plus 105 and sprinkle. Sungjae Im, I might bet him outright, Carver. I know he gags in a lot of final rounds and stuff, but that tournament last week was an outlier. Watch out for Sungjae Im. Plus 240 is a very, very good price. Top 20s, Bezoutenhout has the perfect game for this type of course. Thompson's Water Seal, one of the hotter players. Every single week he's top 10. I'll take the top 20 at plus 150. And Cole, I'm with you. I got to check my numbers. Plus 190, maybe it's 290. I must have been sleeping.
It's all, I'll get you my number, Cam. We'll get you you involved with my number for Eric Cole for the T20. All right, first round leaders, of course, only 70 golfers in the field this week, and I'm going back to this strategy because of the weather. Cam, it's supposed to rain a little bit there today and tonight. Might make the course a little soft in the morning, and then it's going to get crispy in the afternoon. So I'm taking all morning guys, all guys that are going out early. I think the first round leader will come from the early wave. Tommy Fleetwood at 35-1. Sungjae Im at 40-1. Justin Thomas at 40-1. Cam Davis at 65. And a couple bombs. Ben Griffin, who I like for the T20 at 80-1. And the Captain Kirk, he out of nowhere will find his way to a first round leader and then disappear the rest of the weekend. 90-1 for Captain Kirk. That's where I'm going first round.
I love it, Carver. Cam Davis, a hot starter. Ben Griffin can start hot, and Captain Kirk, this guy will fade as the tournament goes. Thursday Warrior Aberg, I expect him coming out of the gate very, very hot. 25-1. Horschel is a hot player right now. 35 is a great price. Another guy that let you down and me, my namesake, Cameron Young, dude, win a tournament once in a while. Anyway, I will take him for a first-round leader and watch him fade. He's got him and Kirk. They should go up to Neptune together. Batea is going to be a very dangerous player this week. I'll take him in the first round. Eric Cole, I'm all in on Eric Cole. What else is new? And Mackenzie Hughes, as Prime Minister, one Canadian citizen. He's a notorious hot starter as well. 85-1.
I cannot believe how gutless Cameron Young was on Sunday at that Wyndham.
It was hard to watch.
If he couldn't win on Sunday, I mean, he's at the top of the board. He's a shot back, and he's got all guys around him that he's quote-unquote better than, and he couldn't do it. And, in fact, he just goes, what did he shoot, 4 over in the first 18 and just put himself completely out of the mix? Oh, I would never bet Cameron Young again in my life. All right, give me your LIV picks quickly, Cam. Who do you like for LIV this weekend at the Greenbrier?
Neiman, 9-1. Patrick Reed, I don't know. I just got a feeling he's going to bust out one of these days. The Wolfman. He's playing great golf. T17's in his last 4. I know Mark Leishman's coming off an injury, but at 55-1, I couldn't resist, Carver. And I heard you have Uline. Love that pick at 70-1. Watch out for Uline. This is a bomber's paradise, and Uline hits it a mile.